The Golf Channel, formed in 1996, it's been on air since then. We are the non-stop shop for golf on cable. If you're watching golf around the globe, you're probably seeing us at some point.
99% of what goes on our air that we produce here in-house is done with Avid.
There is not anything else out there that does what Avid does.
All the rooms now are Interplay. We've switched completely over to Interplay from Media Manager. All the editors have had formal training, Avid training on how to work with Interplay, how to check in, how to check out. Things right now are working really good with Interplay.
I didn't have much of an introduction at all. I was put into the room, we were in a hurry on a project. We're shown here, make sure the destination folder goes where you want it, make sure this is right, go. Had it figured out within a matter of minutes. It was very, very easy to learn, very well organized, and very user-friendly.
The tools necessary in order to be able to do search are much more robust than they've ever been before. That makes it a much easier process to be able to find the stuff that you're trying to retrieve and be able to put it into your final show.
We have more access to the media. You have more choices with what you do as opposed to being stuck with whatever you can find quickly. It's really, really organized, the media that we have, allowing us to be much more efficient.
I'm looking at it from the background, so I don't get in the rooms, I don't edit a lot. Most of my editing is basically just for troubleshooting purposes. It's pretty important to have this file workflow. Things can be pushed around in file-based, not be going back to tape, not having to lay off the tape, not having to take an hour to ingest a show, where you can just take an HD file and put it into your editor and manipulate it and then kick it back out as an HD file, and speeds things up in an HD world.
It is live post. You are able to take all of these different things that you were doing in post and do them with the immediacy that live television allows, and it's a pretty amazing process. The ability for an individual edit to be done and then for a vice president to be able to preview it and be able to see what we're doing at the time and be able to send back notes is a huge benefit. All the other solutions on the market that we saw didn't quite live up to what Interplay allowed us to do, which was for an end-to-end solution. We could go from ingest into the system, into editing, pass it to Pro Tools for audio sweetening, pass it back to Avid for the purposes of marrying all of that together, and then eventually send that over to Command for playout. That kind of workflow didn't really exist with all of the other products out there. So for us, the end-to-end solution of it was really the most appealing component of it. From a technological standpoint, it allows us to be able to use a lot of different sources without having to kludgely transform them into something else. We have the ability to use tape sources, we have the ability to use XDCam directly, we have the ability to bring in Vericam footage directly. All of these different pieces work together so that we don't have to be married to one technology necessarily. If we see something that we want to put on air in a quick highlight package, we can build a highlight package in a matter of minutes and then go directly to air. There's no waiting, there's no build it, put it to tape, bring it back into the system. No, we just basically build it, transfer it to the playout device, and it goes to air.
As a team collaborating, using Interplay, we have better access of seeing what our teammates have done. So if I need to take a look at someone else's work, it's much easier with an Interplay to see the levels they've gone through, the first version of this, the next version of that, as opposed to previously we would search and you're not sure if that's right, you're guessing based on date. This allows us to see exactly what the editor themselves sees when they organize their project. So that's really made things a lot more efficient with what we do in terms of projects we work on together.
It allows us to have our producers more directly interacting with the way in which they are building their shows. They have the ability to be able to screen footage, they have the ability to log, they have the ability to see this stuff prior to the edit session, which speeds up the edit session. So everyone has the ability to be involved in the process. When you get all of the various people together and they're all talking and they're all able to see the same thing, they don't have to think about their thing as a separate unit. It's all part of the same product, and therefore it looks better on air. The Interplay solution, the reason why we eventually went with it was because it was a wholly integrated solution. It was not pieces, parts, it was built from the ground up to be all the various pieces that you need along the way of your production workflow.